My name is Victor, an archivist of the Pegasus Foundation. My duty is not to question, only to preserve, to secure what must remain unseen. The artifact I'm about to document is catalogued as Artifact 22-88. It rests in Silo 22, buried deep within the northern wilderness of Canada, far from prying eyes. No one should ever find it. No one should ever gaze upon it. Yet despite the precautions, I can't shake the feeling that even this isolation may not be enough. We call it the Temporal Mirror. I came across it in 1998 in a dimly lit antique shop in Prague. The shop was run by a nervous old man, far too eager to be rid of it. When he handed me the key to the back room, he muttered something that still haunts me. Never look too long. Inside, standing alone in the dust, was the mirror. Nearly 2 meters tall, its bronze frame was adorned with intricate floral designs. But on closer inspection, the patterns were not just flowers. They were faces, some screaming, others locked in unreadable expressions of horror. I stepped forward and met my reflection. At first, everything seemed normal, but a strange sensation crept over me, as if I wasn't looking into a mirror, but through a window. I hesitated. Then I did what any curious man would do. I waited. After 30 seconds, something changed. A wrinkle appeared on my reflection's face, then another, and another. The aging accelerated. My hair whitened, my skin sagged. In less than a minute, I had aged 40 years. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst was its eyes. My reflection was looking at me, but it wasn't following my movements. Instead, it stared past me, as if something was standing right behind me. My heart pounded. I stumbled back, but my reflection remained still. That night, I took the mirror with me. I needed to understand. At the Pegasus Foundation, we conducted tests in Silo 22. Volunteers were exposed to the mirror, and all experienced the same phenomenon. Their reflections aged rapidly. But there was more. Some saw glimpses of their future, a wedding, a promotion, a funeral, their own death. One man, Daniel Hayes, saw his reflection missing its left arm. 6 months later, he lost that same arm in a car accident while picking up his daughter from school. Another subject saw himself in unfamiliar clothes, in a city he didn't recognize. When he investigated, he found that the alley from his vision truly existed, in Scotland, a place he had never been. Then came the incident. One researcher stared into the mirror for too long. At first, he whispered, "It's not me, it's not me." Then he screamed. He ripped off his badge, knocked over a chair, and ran. We found him 2 days later, wandering in the snow miles from the facility. He remembered nothing, but something was different. His jet black hair had turned gray. His hands were wrinkled. Medical records confirmed the impossible. He had aged 10 years in 48 hours. We had assumed the mirror showed the future. We were wrong. It wasn't us looking through the mirror. It was something else looking at us. After that, we imposed strict restrictions. No prolonged tests, no unauthorized viewing. But something was off. Even covered with a tarp, even sealed inside its containment chamber, the mirror exerted its influence. Cameras captured anomalies, blurred silhouettes, fleeting glimpses of corridors that didn't exist in our facility, shadows with no source. A technician reported hearing whispers while passing by the storage room. He swore he heard his own name. The next day, he resigned. We reinforced security, lined the walls with anti-reflective alloy plates. It didn't help. Staff members working near Silo 22 began having nightmares, visions of endless corridors of themselves at different ages. A security officer, shaken by a particularly vivid dream, underwent a medical exam. The results were disturbing. His DNA showed 2 distinct genetic sequences, as if another version of him, slightly different, now occupied his body. 2 weeks later, he vanished. His body was never found. The temporal mirror does not merely reflect. It reveals possible futures, alternate timelines, fractured realities. And sometimes, it does more than just show them. It exchanges them. In the archives, we uncovered an old journal from the 19th century, written by a Russian artifact collector named Alexei Pavlov. He described a relic he called the Mirror of Destiny. One sentence scrawled in shaking letters stood out: "It is not a reflection, it is a door." We sealed the mirror away, buried the files, classified it under the highest security level, but sometimes, when walking past its chamber, you get the feeling that someone is standing behind that door. And worse, the growing certainty that, sooner or later, the temporal mirror will reopen.